Today I'm watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 7, Episode 10. We're getting closer to the halfway point of the season, and in the previous episode, Buffy identified the big bad as the first evil, as the Watchers called it. I think we lost the entire Watchers Council in the previous episode, as well as this building that they were working out of blew up, and we haven't seen Giles. The last we saw him, he was about to be attacked by these guys in robes, and that's how Buffy knew that the first was after them. They captured Spike and are torturing him and used his blood to open up this seal, and this terrifying vampire came out, and they were saying, oh, Spike will show you what a real vampire is. So I'm assuming that's what they mean when they said, from beneath it devours is that thing, and I'm very worried to see where this is gonna go. Buffy said it's all connected with, Spike being haunted by this ghost, and I was wondering if the ghost of Warren was also from the first, what that would mean, and yeah, that everything that's happening is all related. And that this first evil, was taking out Watchers in other cities and other countries as well. So it definitely feels like a global, like a vast network that's trying to attack. And it's not just, related to Sunnydale, and the Watchers were going to try and come to Sunnydale. But obviously that's not happening now. Andrew is kind of taken refuge in Buffy's house. They were trying to get information from Andrew, and I'm hoping he can at least lead them to the seal, and hopefully they can try and rescue Spike, because it wasn't looking good for him. It was a pretty intense third act from the previous episode, so I'm very curious to see where this is going to go. I'm glad we've identified the big bad, but now, of course, the next challenge is trying to find out how they can take it down. So, yeah, I'm hoping they can come up with some answers in this episode, but thank you so much for sharing and this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
Are you sure this thing called itself the First?
Pretty sure. It claimed to be the original evil. The one that...
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
My demon days. I'm so rotten they don't even have a word for it. I'm bad, baddie, bad, bad, bad. Does it make you horny?
Oh my.
And if we don't rescue Spike soon, God only knows what the First will get him to do.
I wish Sleeping Ugly would come too. He's been out all night.
Andrew.
Anya gets to hit him. Hey, here, the First. Bank of Delaware, sorry.
Oh, yeah, there's no research. If they're that ancient and that old, there probably isn't a ton of research. Oh, no.
Can I get you anything else, baby?
No. No. Please don't do this to my heart right now. I can't.
You're not real.
Okay, is that slang like you're not for real, or?
You're the First.
Oh, my heart. I can't. Don't mess with Joyce, please.
No.
You can't win against this thing. Not if you don't rest.
Stop. Stop.
It's too much. It hurts. Stop. No. Nobody else can see it, obviously. Oh.
Scare you, but I want you to take care. You need to wake up.
She fell asleep? Oh my gosh.
Did you see it?
There's nothing to see.
Joyce at least seems to be giving warnings, so I'm hoping that's a good sign. And it's nice to see her back in the final season, even if it is in this weird form.
What'd you see?
Nothing. There was nothing.
Yeah, she's not going to tell them, especially Dawn. How would Dawn react if she finds out that Joyce visited her as well? Oh, Spike is not. This is reminding me of when he got his soul back in the trials.
Has buckets of energy, poor dear. Been lying in wait for his moment since before the bug.
I did not think we'd see her again. Oh, man. It's nice when they do cameos and stuff for, like, the last season.
Like pink paper. Till then, we'll have our way with this one. Got it coming.
Oh my god, this thing is so creepy with those long teeth. No, thank you. Oh gosh. They didn't show it, but I could feel it.
Oh, who's awake?
Silly Andrew. Drooled all over yourself.
I was about to be dead. You saved me.
For the time being.
Giles? Giles is guest starring? What? And Joyce.
Very ominous sounding.
No, it is if you understand the context.
No, evil names should be like Lex or Voldemort or...
Great reference.
Gives me the creeps. It's like in Wonder Woman issue 297, 299.
Catacombs, yeah, with the skeletons.
That was cool.
Don't bond. No, we're not doing this. I appreciate the Wonder Woman reference, but do not bond with that guy.
The first was camped underground last time I found him, but it wasn't really... Hey.
Hey.
She couldn't question why he has a shovel and...
She was. Oh, vomiting and oozing from various places and...
Yeah.
Ew.
I was just returning it.
That's some full-service principling.
I try.
I don't think she believes him for a minute, but doesn't know what he did.
Things are starting to back up.
Well, I'll be there tomorrow. No problem. 100% ooze-free.
Well, that's a promise we can't guarantee, though, is it? Okay. She's like, I got enough stuff to deal with. I don't need my part-time job. And yeah, she's definitely suspicious of the principal now. As she should be, because she's burying people.
Faced this kind of stuff before.
You didn't see the first. I did. I felt it. It was like...
Cheese and crackers. Oh, the frickin' jump scare got me so much. Oh my god, what's going up Willow's nose? Yeah, this first seems to be something... I'm sorry, what are we doing now? Oh, okay, no more playing with spells, please. Cheese and rice. That went straight up her... Oh my god, what the frick was that? Like a bug thing?
Thanks, Buffy. Don't let it make me. Oh, God.
Oh, my heart. Cheese and crackers. Oh, Willow. That was so freaking creepy, man. What was that?
You said yourself you don't know how to fight the first, or even where it is.
It's out there. It's hurting my friends. I'll find it.
Buffy.
Giles is alive? How? He's getting an axe to the neck.
Nice place. Bit of a mess.
This is the Slayer?
And you are?
Sorry to barge in.
Not welcome.
We have a slight apocalypse.
Oh, well, at least he's alive. I thought he was gonzo.
Now there's just a handful, and they're all on their way to Sunnydale.
The others were murdered.
Oh, yeah, that we saw in previous episodes. Yeah. I remember the girl with the pink hair.
This day would come when there'd be an attack against not just an individual Slayer, but against the whole line. It's started.
Yeah, this thing feels very big and, like, global.
All the Slayers in training and their watchers, along with their method.
And then Faith. And then me.
Yeah, where's Faith in all of this?
The only record I know was in the council library.
What about the council? What do they say about this?
Gone.
Yeah, they exploded, I'm pretty sure.
That's what's left.
Not a lot, obviously.
Secrets of the watchers.
They had such a big collection, too. Oh, man.
Faced before. There's evil, and then there's the thing that created evil.
Yeah, if it's that ancient, it's the source of all evil. That's terrifying.
How to defeat it? Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, how do you take down something like that?
You're the only one who has the strength to protect these girls and the world against what's coming.
No pressure, no pressure. And if she fails, then it's game over. Haha.
Or dead. Or, you know, all of the above.
He's just being tortured and held against his will, that's all. Oh my god, they're waterboarding him now! I think he wants to die, though. I don't know how much fight he's got left in him at this point.
That's why our kind makes such good dollies.
Drusilla always liked to play with her things, including Spike.
Giles, this is bad, isn't it? A new kind of bad.
Just in time for Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Think you'll ever show up for a real visit? The kind where the world isn't about to end.
Yeah, it's nice to see him, but obviously a dire situation.
She seems like a good leader. Her hair is shiny. Does she make you stab things?
Oh, Andrew. He needs better heroes.
Good lord, are you all right?
Peachy. Except my knee's bent backwards now.
Oh, God. I don't like this. Something's lurking behind her. Oh my god. Cheese and rice. Giles, a little help now, please. Would be good. Oh my god, this freaking thing. Ooh, kicks to the face. Signature move. I don't know. I don't think she can kill this thing. I think it's gonna be a run situation. She spiked him and nothing's happening. And he likes it. Oh, those nails. Ugh. Okay, what now? Run. Run. How do you kill it then? Fire? Decapitation? What other options do we have? Oh my gosh, she's getting her butt kicked. No, 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 no. Giles! Oh, bonked him. Leave the shoe. Oh no, that's reminding me of like the grave. Oh! Clawing her way out again. Just give this poor kid a break, please. Well, the sun method still works. Oh my gosh.
But don't you think we should discuss this privately?
You mean not in front of the next generation?
Is this what it's trying to do? Is it trying to set up for like a possible spin-off or something?
Primordial, ferociously powerful killing machine, as single-minded as animals. They are the vampires that vampires fear.
Okay, that's terrifying.
I suggest you get some rest. A few hours sleep will do a world of difference.
No sleep today. Can't.
She's on like day 3 of no sleep. It's gonna happen eventually.
Something as ill-defined as the first.
I have the best plan ever.
Yeah, well, I already...
Yeah, this is her only plan. Like, oh man.
Maybe the first just isn't ready for modern technology. Displaying results 1 through 10 of...
The first one just said evil, evil, evil. Oh man, so funny.
Manifestations of evil? In the movie.
Good save, good save.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm only saying that once you see true evil, it can have some serious afterburn.
Is he speaking from first experience?
Ever. It's just one opinion.
He's up to something, for sure. This is not helping her suspicions about him.
Oh, me? Mysteries. I love finding out what's underneath it all at the very end.
That's ominous if I've ever heard it. Oh, man. Spike, oh my gosh, his eye. Drusilla's just enjoying this too much.
I know you like a good wriggle, and a giggle, and a squiggle.
She's gotta stop rhyming and gyrating like this. No, obviously, it's not the real her.
No, I'm really not.
She was crazy.
But I could be bad if you like.
Oh, God. This thing.
Choose our side. You know that it's delicious.
Oh, God. Is she saying that he should die? Like, go to the dark side? Oh my god, this thing's just enjoying it too much. And Drusilla, or fake Drusilla.
Tried to warn you, but... Right. The last thing you need now is one of helpful Mom's guilt trips.
She must have fallen asleep again.
Evil is a part of us. All of us. It's natural. And no one can stop that.
Oh no, Joyce. It's fake Joyce. Oh my gosh. Oh, this poor kid.
In the face of death thing?
Who's joking? That pantry thing could work. You saying M. Night Shyamalan lied to us?
Oh god.
Okay, or even better. It's like our guarantee.
They're like, what have we gotten ourselves into? Yeah.
You know, here before with the magic going all and me going all and everything getting all
That's a great interpretation of what happened, yep.
I should at least be able to do something. I have so much power, but when I try to use it,
Don't. Okay?
Yeah, we know that ends badly, and that was terrifying.
But you need help.
I'll be okay. Okay or better.
I feel like that's what she always says.
Yeah, but above and beyond that, I'm telling you, my spider sense is tingling. This is gonna get hairy. I'm talking weird with a beard.
What does that mean? Yeah, right.
Bad guy. You think I'm a supervillain like Doctor Doom or Apocalypse or the Riddler?
None of those. Not even a little bit.
But just to pick up a few things, and now I'm back. I've learned. I'm good again.
And when were you good before?
Ah!
And don't worry, everyone here understands that you're calling the shots.
I just hope I'm calling the right ones.
I wish Giles could help more, too. Well, bye, Annabelle. This is what happens when you separate from the group. Oh my god. Cheese and rice. And with like the eyes as well, like just so creepy. Such a creepy monster. They did a great job. Oh my. Oh! She's spitting blood on him now? What does that mean? I think that's gonna make things worse. Oh! Okay. Yeah, I don't know how she's gonna try and kill this thing without a stake. We know that doesn't work. Can't wait till the sunrise again. That might work. Yep. Mountain of steel beams. Ooh! Why do I think he's still got away somehow? He's gonna crawl his way out? It's reminding me a little bit of when we had the scene where Buffy jumped to her death, like that, like kind of industrial. Yeah, he's fine. And he can fly. Okay. Ah. Oh! Looks like they don't call me the Uber Vamp for nothing. Cheese and rice.
Oh, God almighty.
Are we doing this again? Is she dead again?
And what makes you think you have a choice? What makes you think you will ever be any good at all in this world?
She did say she believes in him, and that obviously meant something, and yeah. And that's what he needed to hear. Okay, I'm glad she's okay. It was close.
But what do we do if she can't fight? If she can't beat this thing?
She looks terrified. Oh my gosh.
We can't run, can't hide, can't pretend it's not the end, because it is.
Oh my gosh, I hate to see her give up like this, but it's not looking good.
We've beaten them back. But we're not dealing with them anymore.
This is a whole new level. Yeah.
I'm beyond scared. I'm standing on the mouth of hell and it is gonna swallow me whole.
The literal hell mouth. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
They're not ready. They think we're gonna wait for the end to come, like we always do.
Okay. Not the tone I thought we were going. Yeah, she's fighting back.
Oh, we'll give them one.
Oh, my girl is back.
We just declared war. From now on, we won't just face our worst fears, we will seek them out.
Bold move indeed.
There is only one thing on this earth more powerful than evil. And that's us.
Oh my gosh, my heart. She's rallying the troops. No. I didn't think that's where I was going to go. I thought she was, throwing in the towel, defeat, but clearly not. She's like, let's go get this thing. That's my girl. So that was my first time watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 7, Episode 10. We're getting close to the halfway point of this last season. It's definitely bittersweet. Each episode, I just want to keep watching, obviously, but I'm also trying to save them because I know there's only a few left. I know there is comic books after the season ends that continue as like a pseudo Season 8, so I will definitely get into those when we get there, but I wasn't sure what to expect from this episode, and it was great to see that Giles was back. We had obviously ended with, the last time we saw him, he was about to be attacked by these guys, the first, and he shows up with these other prospects for the Slayers and basically says, like, this is it, we have no one else. We are confirmed that the Watchers Council is gone. Giles was able to steal some texts, which is great, based, on their name, the First, like it says. There's not a lot about them because they were predating any of this stuff. So the usual formula that we have for the show where they do the research and they look things up, isn't really helping because there isn't any research. And this is something that's like the source of all evil, is just terrifying. Like, we've had some scary big bads before for sure, but this, I mean, how do you top this, and I'm not glad, but I like that they put this in for like the last season big bad, like some crazy epic, villain that they basically don't know how to defeat and can't use their usual methods to defeat. Like, even when Buffy stakes this Uber Vampire, as she calls him, nothing happens. Like, the same trope of, that the sun will get him still works. I mean, we know there's decapitation, you can set them on fire, maybe we'll get there, but, it was a very intense battle, and I didn't think Buffy was gonna win. This guy was kicking her butt, and I feel like she's already kind of not at 100% because everything that's been happening has been so intense, and she's not sleeping, and she's not, taking care of herself properly, and she needs that at the bare minimum, for her physical health. Her mental health, I can only imagine, is not doing well, and, she's trying to take on this crazy, strong creature as well, and the makeup, the prosthetics, like the teeth and everything of this vampire looked terrifying, and just to see her struggle isn't something we've seen a lot of. We've definitely seen it before, but not a lot of. And even when we find her like under the rubble, my first thought was, okay, is she dead again? Like, we've played that before, and that set kind of reminded me of when we had Buffy, jumped into the thing to unalive herself, like that construction set scene. That's kind of what I was thinking. And even Giles is saying, like, she could have internal bleeding. I'm like, take her to the hospital or something. Like, her face is just covered in scratches and bruises, and her arms are covered in bruises, like this poor girl. And, she's been beat up before. She's the Slayer. We know she's strong, but, like, she's also, gonna need to take care of herself, and, comes back from this crazy night with the Uber Vamp, and then, gotta go to work because she told the principal, that I'd go into work, and, comes back at sunset and then starts right up again. Like, there's just no break, and I don't think she could even rest if she wanted to. I think her mind is going too fast, but we've seen her fall asleep a few times, and that's when we have these, heartbreaking interactions with Joyce, because you want to believe it. You want to think it's this, loving mother figure coming back to be like, I'll get you some tea, like, rest, you're tired, like, just nobody's taking care of Buffy right now. Buffy's not taking care of Buffy. Nobody else is taking care of her. And to have this, Joyce show up, and again, I know it's not her, but I'm glad they brought her back in the last season just to have this cameo, even, just to see her character again. And I know it's the First using her for evil ways, but still, just to see that, it's still like a little bit heartwarming to see her back. And I feel bad for Buffy, she knows it's not real, but I think obviously a big part of her wants to believe it, and you could easily fall into that, especially when you're that tired and you're not, thinking properly. And then we see, Buffy wake up at her desk, and I feel like Buffy is definitely getting more suspicious of the principal. You know, they run into each other and he has the shovel. I mean, Buffy was also supposed to be out sick, so it didn't look great for her, but he's like, oh, I found the shovel outside. And Buffy kind of gives him this look like, yeah, right. Like, why would you go out of your way to bring back a random shovel? They do know Jonathan is dead now. I wasn't sure when they would find that out, but Andrew tells them, and I don't know when they'll find out that the principal buried him. She's definitely more suspicious of the principal. They have this conversation about evil movies, and, you know, the principal's saying, like, oh, there's evil in all of us, basically. It definitely feels like the first is somehow controlling him as well, and I think that's where the majority of the season is going to go. As long as the first is involved, I think it's going to be hard to tell who is genuinely themselves and who is somehow, some way being affected by the first, because also this villain, we have no idea what its true face looks like, but we know it only takes, the ghost form only takes over of those who have died, and the fact that only those who are being, you know, affected would see it. The principal could be talking to somebody in the corner and Buffy can't see it, right? So yeah, it's very interesting, and that level of paranoia and, you know, isolation also, and deception, and I think it's going to make for very interesting the rest of the season. I'm assuming the big bad is going to be around to the season finale. Please no spoilers, but I don't know where they're going to go. And, you know, we have Buffy's rallying speech at the end, which is not the direction I thought she was going to throw in the towel. She looked so defeated. And to hear Giles talking about her in the other room, saying like, well, Buffy was our plan. And I felt so bad for Buffy in this episode, just the pressure. And Giles was not helping. Like, I'm definitely glad he's alive and he's back, you know, with these new recruits who had terrible fake British accents, but we don't need to go there, you know, that they were younger and here we are. And the fact that he's just piling on the pressure, he has nothing to offer. You know, Giles usually comes in to help, even if it's not in the form of books. You know, he had experience with the Watchers Council. He had lived that life. You know, he brings some text, but they don't seem to have any answers. And he can provide a little bit of information, but he has no plan. He puts it all on Buffy's shoulders. And we know we've seen him test Buffy, and, you know, she has to stand on her own 2 feet, but this is big. Like, this is a global takedown, kill all the Slayers, destroy the world, let loose Hellmouth, you know, screw up the balance of the universe situation. And he's like, oh, well, Buffy was the plan. I'm like, what? Like, you have nothing else? Like, I know everybody is mostly unalived at this point with the council and all the other Slayers. Also, I thought Faith would show up. Maybe she will. I mean, I don't think Buffy needs that right now, but I kind of thought she would roll into town, since that's what Giles said, that all the Slayers are on their way. Maybe she will in another episode. But yeah, I definitely didn't feel like Giles was helping in any way in this episode. He was just putting more and more pressure on Buffy, and even when she's saying, like, that's not helping, he just keeps doing it. And that her eyes, like that look when she was upstairs, you know, before she comes down to basically say, like, let's go get him, it was pure fear. It was just a scared, like, terrified animal in a trap, basically. It was just terrifying. And when she comes down, I thought it was going to be, you know, 100% like, I don't know what to do. I thought maybe this will be her asking for help, but she went the other direction, and she fully admits she's beyond tired, beyond scared, and decides, heck, if this is going to be it, let's do it. You know, like, if this is how we go out, let's go out guns blazing, basically. And says, let's go find trouble, let's not wait around for them, and wants to basically pull out, you know, the first evil from wherever they're hiding and make them come and show themselves so that she can try and take them down. I don't know that that's going to work. I'm sure that they will come out of hiding, but I don't know how she's going to defeat them, because just like this Uber Vamp, I'm sure there are other creatures lurking and, you know, other things going on, and the guys in robes, I'm sure there's still more of those out there somewhere. But her, you know, her approach to the team, saying, we're an army, like, let's go do this, and she can't do it on her own, obviously, and we already lost Annabelle, who took off on her own to the vampire, but, you know, now she needs to rely on everybody else to try and take this thing down. We saw Willow try and use her magic, and it was just such a tough scene, because even Willow was saying, like, oh, I can try and help, and she knows Buffy would never ask her, but it would be great if Willow could use her magic. Again, I know that's a dangerous situation, and even this, like, red smoke going up her nose, and this, like, I didn't see it for very long. It was a quick shot, but this, like, almost looked like a bug thing flew towards the screen, and she was out, and she's the black eyes, and she's not her voice speaking, and it was a quick scene, but she was still just terrified that this thing, luckily they were able to destroy the spell and she was back, but she was terrified that this thing had taken over, and she's like, it's still in me, I can feel it. And if they try and do that again, who knows, maybe it will never leave Willow, it'll be stuck with her forever, I don't know. But they can't use Willow's magic now, that's out. Spike is off being tortured by Ghost Drusilla, so they can't use him. Xander is fixing windows every 5 minutes because they just keep breaking, and he's doing his best, but it literally is just Buffy and these new recruit, Slayers who might be the future of the Slayers if something happens. And I don't know if this was their way of trying to set up a spin-off or anything. I know there isn't one, as far as I know, that, hasn't come out since the show, but maybe at the time they thought they could build a spin-off. I know Angel is his own spin-off as well, but maybe they thought like a future Slayers, or maybe they're in the comics, I don't know. I've bought a few comics, but I haven't looked into them because I don't want any spoilers, so maybe these new recruits are in those, I don't know. But yeah, it was just a very interesting episode, and this big speech at the end, I feel like is obviously setting up for the next episode where they're gonna go on this rampage. They weren't able to save Spike, he's getting his butt kicked, and he knows it's not Drusilla, but obviously there's elements of Drew in there, and he's even taunting this thing, saying like, oh, Drusilla was worse than you are, like she was more evil, and he's got this black eye, and this vampire's attacking him, and it's not looking good. And constantly being like drowned and then brought back to life and then drowning him again, like, oh my gosh. And like I said, I don't feel bad for Spike often, but this is horrible to watch, and he's completely like defenseless. He can't do anything, he can't get out of there, like he's just, like Drusilla says, like he's his little plaything basically. And to hear them say that Spike is alive for one reason basically, and that that's their decision, and basically they could end him anytime they wanted. And I know Spike has basically offered himself up to die numerous times, and yeah, I hope they can rescue him. I know they need all the help they can get at this point, and I don't know what help he would be at this moment. I know they want to try and save him, and Buffy, I just feel so bad for her in this episode. I can't imagine the pressure would just be unbearable, and she doesn't really have anybody to help her, and she's got to deal with Ghost Mom and like so many other things that are happening, and I think this might break her. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And yeah, we've still got half the season left, obviously, but I'm very worried. If this is where we're at the halfway point, I'm afraid it's going to get a lot worse before it gets any better, especially since they have no plan. Like, their plan is basically to go out there, look for trouble, and draw this thing out. And, like, even if they find it, they still don't know how to destroy it, and there doesn't seem to be any proof of how to destroy it because it's the root of all evil, basically, like, which is a great concept for a villain, absolutely. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. It had some great moments, and yeah, I'm very curious to see where this is going to go. If the first takes over more characters from Sunnydale, like I definitely feel like, Ghost Warren, Ghost Jonathan was part of the first when they were talking to Andrew. We obviously know Joyce is, ghost form and is talking to Buffy, and maybe the principal also has a ghost form, because I feel like he's doing things out of character, but it could also be him. I'm not 100% sure because we don't know too much about him. He's new, obviously, and we know the history of principals in Sunnydale, and I think it's going to be one of those things where the paranoia and the tension is only going to grow with each episode, and especially with Buffy not taking care of herself, not sleeping, that's going to fuel this, and her defenses are going to be down, especially if she's going out looking for danger and she's not taking care of herself. I feel like that's a very risky situation she's putting herself in. This Uber Vamp is still out there, obviously. Like, he doesn't seem to be out there killing humans. He seems to be only focused on trying to kill the Slayers and these new prospects. How much training do they have? Does Buffy have to babysit them? She's basically responsible for everybody's lives in this room and also the entire world, no big deal. And then also the Hellmouth, like, I can't imagine. It's just so much, and this show has put Buffy through literal hell and back as already, and I don't know how else we can go and where we can, leave her in a place that's going to be somewhat okay. I have no idea, but yeah, I'm worried. Like she said, they've dealt with bad things before, but they've been able to figure it out and they had their plan. There's no plan. It's throw spaghetti to the wall, see what sticks, and hope they can figure something out. And I feel like they will find some kind of plan eventually. Giles is alive, which I'm very grateful for. And Buffy, walking around town. It's also Christmas time, which we don't have a ton of like holiday episodes in the show, and to see them, the Christmas tree in the background and, taking in the sights. And Buffy has completely lost track of time. Obviously, there's been so much going on, but Giles is not helping. So I hope he can get his poop in a group, basically, and start offering some actual help in the next episode, because this is not looking good. Buffy, usually relies on Giles so much, but this is not helping, and it's just adding more pressure to her that she doesn't need. So yeah, I'm very curious to see where the next episode's gonna go, what their plan is gonna be, other than just heading out straight into danger apparently and trying to, bring this thing out. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. No. Please don't do this to my heart right now. I can't. Don't bond. No, we're not doing this. I appreciate the Wonder Woman reference, but do not bond with that guy. She couldn't question why he has a shovel, and... Oh, well, at least he's alive. I thought he was gonzo. She's gotta stop rhyming and gyrating like this.